At first, it was eggs and chicken. Now it's beef prices that are hitting record highs. It's currently $9.26 per pound, and industry insiders don't expect the prices to drop anytime soon. I talked with Haley Shoemaker from the Ohio Farm Business Analysis Program about the changing industry trends. Haley, why are we seeing these increased prices in the meat departments of our grocery stores?
So there's a few reasons behind the prices we're seeing in the grocery stores and in our markets. One of them being is that we're in the peak summer demand. So it's grilling season, it is outdoor burgers and steak season. So this is typically when we see prices rise on a normal year. Now, we're coming off of a June, which is the first in many, many years that we've seen a pound of ground beef go above $6 as a national average. So we're looking at pretty decently high prices in addition to a high price time of the year to begin with. So some of that is stemming from high demand. And we're seeing a national herd supply that's still building back from a couple years of drought pressures and wildfires and natural causes shrinking our herd. We're also seeing some impact coming from recent border closures or incoming cattle from Mexico because of the New World screwworm that was implemented in early May. So we're also seeing some pressure from our herd inventory coming that way. There's always fluctuations in prices, but this is a high time of year to begin with, so that extra pressure is driving prices even higher.
Let's talk about cattle farmers. Are they leaving the industry?
Not necessarily in droves. We see a smaller number of younger producers necessarily replacing older producers who are either retiring in a sense or selling their herd to other younger producers. So while we're seeing about a 7% decrease in the national herd size from previous years, we are starting to see folks trying to build up. The challenge right now, talking about younger producers or those trying to get into the industry, is that upfront cost of cattle is much higher than we're typically used to seeing. So where you might be looking to buy, say, 25 head of heifers or cows to build a herd, that upfront cost is going to be somewhat substantial. So it's a great time to sell cattle right now. It is not a fun time to be trying to start necessarily. Right. There are programs out there to help and assist, and extension, and a lot of our partners are always happy to work with folks looking to get into it, but it is a challenge right now.
Well, we know prices are a little bit higher. Everybody wants to know, when are the prices going to come down? There's a prediction that it could be years for these prices to recover. Do you agree with that?
So I'm going to say this as a non-economist. So unfortunately, that magic 8 ball, we wish we had it as far as prices go. And when prices are this high, it is one of those things where we know it'll probably level out someday, but we don't know when that someday is. National and international pressures impact the prices we see at the stores and the prices we receive as producers. So there's a lot that's out of our control, unfortunately. But I wish we had a better answer as far as a date, but we do have that seasonality that we can somewhat depend on year to year. So once we get past this peak grilling and beef consumption season, we may start to see a little bit of a trickle off, but that is up for figuring out once we hit those months.
Is there a needed solution for the industry to bring the prices down, though? Let's say we're in a perfect world, a vacuum. What would bring prices down?
What would bring prices down is evening out that herd inventory with the demand. So that basic economic principle of supply and demand is what we're seeing playing out right in front of us. The supply is down a bit, demand is still very strong, which is great to hear as beef producers, and we want to continue to provide really healthy, nutritious, quality products. It's just the number of cattle that are producing those.
Well, I'm going to enjoy my burger and my steak a little bit more now that it's a little more expensive.
Absolutely.
Haley, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.